Hey guys, I Love Legos here, and I said I was going to do a versus battle between the last couple sets that I did reviews on, which is the Droid Escape Pod and Luke's Landspeeder. And if you don't already know, I'm rebuilding a friend's Lego collection, and these are the last couple that I built. So if I have these two go against each other and say which one I think is better, because they're both Tatooine in both the same Star Wars movie and around the same time in the Star Wars movie. So there's going to be 3 categories. There's going to be, and basically the way it's going to work is I'm going to say which one I think has the best figures, has the best vehicles, and has the best price. And what I mean by the best price is the piece count versus the price. So if you're spending $20, I think that you should be spending $10 for every 100 pieces. So if you're spending $20 on a set, that should be around 200 pieces, I think. So it's gonna be something like that. Like, is the price worth the amount of stuff you're getting? Also based on like what figures you're getting in vehicles and stuff. And whichever one wins the most categories is gonna be the set that I think is better. So first we're gonna start with figures. All right guys, the first category is gonna be minifigures. I'm gonna start with the Droid Escape Pod figures. So by the way, the figure, this is the line between the two sets. So these are the Droid Escape Pod figures, and these are the Luke's Landspeeder figures. So I'm going to start with the Droid Escape Pod figures. The Droid Escape Pod comes with 4 figures, 2 Desert Stormtroopers, C-3PO, R2-D2. Luke's Landspeeder comes with 6 figures, technically if you include this little droid. Obi-Wan and Luke, Stormtrooper, C-3PO, R2-D2. That little probe droid. For this one, I'm going to give it to Luke's Landspeeder because even though the figures aren't as nice, technically with this set, I'm basically getting, in Luke's Landspeeder, I'm basically getting the same stuff I'm getting in the Escape Pod set, but I'm getting more. So in the Escape Pod set, you get 2 Stormtroopers, R2-D2 and C-3PO. Well, you already have R2-D2 and C-3PO in here. The R2-D2 is the exact same. Yeah, the C-3PO is nicer, but you're still getting, in this one, but you're still getting C-3PO. And you're still getting a Stormtrooper. I mean, I know you're getting 2 in this one, but you're still getting a Stormtrooper. And you get Luke and Obi-Wan and this little probe droid. So basically, in Luke's Landspeeder, you get the same figures as this set about, but you're also getting Luke and Obi-Wan as additions. So I'm going to give the figures to Luke's Landspeeder set. All right, on to the next category. All right, now for this category, I'm going to say which one of the sets I think had the better price. And I think for this one, I'm going to go with the Escape Pod set, actually. So the Escape Pod set had 137 pieces and cost $20. And that would be, if it was correct, I think the set would be, if you're paying $100, if you're paying $1 for every 10 bricks, then the actual right price would be $13. And so that's only $7 difference. So, because 13 minus 20 is 7. So $7 difference with what it should have been. And then this set was $25. It was 163 pieces, which means if you're $10, if you're paying $1 for every 10 pieces, this set should have been $16 and it was $25. So that would be $9. So this one has a $7 difference, this one has a $9 difference, and this one does come with some pretty nice, cool figures too, and another vehicle. So I think the price is actually better for this one. I think this one should have been $20. I don't think this one needed to be as much as it was. So moving on. All right, guys. So if you've added up the scores, it's 1-1, and this is the deciding vote that will decide which set is better. So for this one, it's which vehicles are better, and I am going to start by saying that I think the Luke's Landspeeder vehicles are better, and here's the reason why. Or vehicle is better, because I like this build. It looks pretty nice, especially for the time. And the other thing about this build is there's a lot of cool like storage space. You can fit R2-D2 and C-3PO on it, and if you pick up the back area, you can fit like lightsabers right there and stuff. So you can like pretty much fit all your people on there. and it's pretty light and nice. And then you have like, and then for the escape pod set, you have the escape pod, which is cool, but like I may have said, I think I said this on my escape pod video, is that I don't really like this escape pod. It looks more like a cone shape, which in the movie it's more like a cylinder, so I don't like that as much. And then you have the little stormtrooper speeder bike, which is fine. You can like put his gun on the back and stuff, but it only fits one stormtrooper. And it's a really tiny add-on. It doesn't really add much. Like, you could have done better. You could have added like a dewback or something. It would have been cool. So yeah, so if you added up the points, it was 2-1. Luke's landspeeder won. So thank you for watching, everyone. I do have a special tease for next time's video. It will be a very big Hoth Lego set. So comment down below what you think of this set, and like and subscribe.